Hey guys, did you have fun at Sage 2025? I know I did. There were some straight up amazing Sonic fan games this year, some returning and some new. And I really wanted to make a video highlighting all the ones that stood out to me. Because I'm a Sonic fan, and I want to help out fellow Sonic fans get exposure to their hard work and really cool fan games. So hopefully this video will make sure more people know about the amazing fan games that were at Sage this year. Also, who wants to buy a Switch 2 when Sonic fans are making amazing fan games for free? Also, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm legally obligated to ask you to like and subscribe to the video. With the intro out of the way, let's get to talking about some Sonic fan games! Alright, so the first game we're looking at is Sonic Project Reignited, a fan remake of Sonic and the Secret Rings. Now, I'll be honest, I never played the original game before, so I can't speak to whether it was good or bad or just weird. But I have listened to the soundtrack a lot, and let me tell you, it is badass. Just like this remake. I've been playing it for the past couple days, and let me tell you, it's awesome. It's an auto runner, so that means it's not your typical Sonic experience. You're locked into a linear path, very hallway core in terms of design, and you can't freely explore the levels. But that's kind of the point. It's built for spectacle, not exploration. I mean, this clip should just say it all.
Check this thing out!
Sonic, wait!
Yahoo!
I mean, just look at this pure badassery. This game is visually insane. Gameplay-wise, it's simple but fun. Some folks might not vibe with the whole auto runner format, but I personally really like it. And thankfully, there are no motion controls, so you can play it with a regular controller. Though I had to turn down a bunch of the settings to get it running on my computer. But if you got a high-end rig, this game will probably look even more visually badass than what you're seeing on screen here now. Now, I should point out that the project isn't fully complete yet. From what I can tell, only 2 worlds are missing as of now, those being Night Palace and Lost Prologue. But everything else here is playable, though there are a few glitches, but hey, it's a Sonic game. That's tradition. Now, I did leave a message on their Discord asking about the story mode when it's coming, but I didn't get a response. So for now, I'm holding off on diving deep into the game until the story is added, as I want to experience the game with the narrative in full when it's complete. Also, side note about my game Nova Rebellion, the track No Way Through from the level Pirate Storm in this game was the main inspiration for the track Vortex of Doom in the game me and my studio made, Nova Rebellion. Here, I'll let you take a listen to both songs, and I'm sure you'll see these similarities.
must drown in its gravity field. No light can make it through. There's no escaping the vortex of doom.
Oh, and if you're curious about Nova Rebellion, I'll have more information about the game at the end of the video. Next up is Knuckles' Quest, a fan game that aims to recapture the vibe of the treasure hunting stages from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Now, I know these stages get a lot of hate, but I love them, especially the ones in Sonic Adventure 2, as the stages in that game are just so amazing. I mean, be honest, who doesn't love Pumpkin Hill? And not to mention, Knuckles' Quest also has Rouge as a playable character, and Rouge is one of my absolute favorite Sonic characters, so of course I'm on board with any fan game that lets me play as her. Now, there are only 2 stages in the game right now, and no story whatsoever. The stages are Molder Forest, which is a classic treasure hunting stage, where you're searching for sapphires, I believe. It's not entirely clear what they are, but the hunt is on, just like in Sonic Adventure 2. Then there's Sanative? I have no idea what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it Skyway, which is more of a tutorial level. You're not hunting anything here. I mean, the main goal of the level is just to teach you how to play the game and to let you get used to the controls. I mean, there isn't a whole lot of content here, but I think if the creator sticks with this, adds a few more levels, and maybe even a story, this could be one of the greatest Sonic fan games out there. I mean, I would absolutely play it and do a full video on it, if this was ever made into a full game. So seriously, buddy, if you're listening, your work is amazing, and you should keep it up. Next up is Sonic Fighting Heroes, a fan-made Sonic fighting game. And it's an absolute blast. I already love fighting games, and for a fan project, this one is impressively well made. You got 6 playable characters: Sonic, Knuckles, Shadow, Rouge, Amy, and my personal main, Silver. Yeah, I know it's kind of unexpected. I've never been a huge fan of Silver the Hedgehog. I mean, I loved his theme, Dreams of an Absolution by Bentley Jones, but I never liked the character itself, you know? But in this game, holy heck, he is an absolute beast. He has telekinesis, teleportation. Didn't even know he had that power, by the way. Like, before playing this game, I had no idea Silver could teleport. Goes to show how much I know about the character. And he's overpowered as hell if you know how to use him. I mean, I just love Silver in this game. He's just so much fun to use. I mean, the other characters are fun to play as well. I mean, Knuckles and Shadow are pretty solid. Rouge is very much a footsie. Sonic is very much a rushdown in this game. And Amy? Well, Amy's just out here swinging a giant hammer like she's ready to wreck some shop. So each character plays very differently from each other. So if you give this game a shot and find that you're not enjoying it, just try a different character out. I guarantee you that if you just experiment enough, you will find someone in this roster that you like playing as. Also, the special moves and ultimate attacks can be flashy and cool as hell. I mean, especially the ultimates. These things are just completely over the top most of the time. I mean, just look at these things. They're insane. Also, this game does have a story, but it's kind of nonsense. It's basically a remix of Sonic Adventure 2, where Eggman gets different notes from Dr. Gerald Robotnik's journal, and decides to steal the Master Emerald to gather the Chaos Emeralds, and instead of everyone teaming up to stop him, they all just agree to fight each other in this tournament and hope Eggman will keep his word and hand over the Master Emerald if someone wins. Yeah, I don't really get the story or really get what's going on, but I guess it's not that important if the gameplay is so good. I mean, I love fighting games, and they rarely, if ever, have deep stories, so I guess we can overlook it. Though I do wish there were character-specific endings for each character, because as is, you just fight through the arcade ladder, get some unique character interactions here and there, and then you beat the final boss, and you get a message saying you saved Mobius. Yeah, I wish there were character-specific endings, as I have a feeling that would be really cool. But other than that, I think this is a pretty solid game. Like, honestly, this is probably one of my favorite Sonic fan games, and I will definitely be coming back to it quite often, because it's just a ton of fun and really well made. Seriously, if you haven't already, give this game a try. It is a ton of fun and an absolute blast to play. Alright, got a question for you guys, okay? Do any of you remember Sonic 3D Blast on the Sega Genesis or Saturn? You know, the Sonic game where you have to collect these little birds called flickies and then drop them into a ring in order to progress through the game. And if you get hit, they scatter like confetti. Yeah, remember that one? Now imagine it got turned into a 2D arcade game that looks like it dropped in the 1980s. Well, look no further than the fan game Rescue Rose. I didn't know what to expect going in, honestly, and I'm not sure what the heck's even happening, but from what I can gather, Sonic's been replaced by a metallic doppelganger, and Amy is trying to clear his name and save the flickies from him. There's no dialogue in the story, so it's mostly just vibes and what was written down on the game's Sage page. Each level boils down to this: collect all the flickies, avoid the robot Sonics, get them to the exit door, and when you've rescued all of them, you move on to the next level. And this game is hard. Like, really freaking hard. Just like Sonic 3D Blast. If you get hit, the flickies go flying, and you have to chase them down again. Worse, if you don't have any flickies when you get hit, instant death, and the whole level restarts. Thankfully, you get unlimited lives. However, it is still an extremely brutal game. Also, those Metal Sonic clones, yeah, you can't kill them permanently. Smash one with your hammer, and it'll respawn in a few seconds. The controls are decent though, and I didn't run into any major glitches, and extreme props to this fan game for absolutely nailing the 1980s retro arcade feel. So, if you're into punishing arcade-style challenges, you'll probably have a blast with Rescue Rose. But for me, it's not really my cup of tea. I respect it, but I highly doubt I will be coming back to it. Next up, we got Sonic Colors Demake. And before anyone says, wait, isn't that just Sonic Colors DS? Nope, this is a full-blown demake. And while it might sound redundant at first, especially with Sonic Colors DS being a thing, it's actually an entirely unique beast. For starters, this version introduces many hub worlds and new side missions. That alone sets it apart. Plus, it's fully playable with a controller on PC for free. So yeah, it's not just a port, it's a full-blown reimagining of Sonic Colors. Gameplay-wise, it's basically a 2D Sonic boost game. You've got your homing attack, your stomp, your spin dash, and of course, your boost. And the controls are tight, responsive, and feel great. I have not played any bosses yet, and I think that's because they have not been added. But the levels themselves are here and amazing. Now, it's not 100% complete yet. A few more worlds have to be added. But what is here is amazing. I cannot wait for this project to be complete so I can play all the way through it and do a full video and review on it. Because it's just an amazing fan game. And there is one more feature I want to bring up, and that is the fact that you can alter the soundtrack of the game. You can select whether you want the Wii version, the DS, or the Colors Ultimate version of the soundtrack in the game. Or you can have a full-blown Demastered soundtrack that was made specifically for Sonic Colors Demastered. And it's not that great. I mean, if the idea was to make worst sounding versions of the Wii soundtrack, good job, composer. You did an amazing job if that was what you were going for and that was the goal. I'll let you guys take a listen to the Tropical Resort track, both the Demastered and the Wii version, for the sake of comparison. Here, take a listen. Honestly, I don't know why someone decided to demake Sonic Colors, but if the goal was to have fun and experiment, then mission accomplished. It's a solid game, and when it's complete, I will definitely do a full video review on it. But for now, I will leave you guys with the fact that you should absolutely check this out if you have any slight interest in it. You more than likely won't regret it, as it is a ton of fun. Hey fellas, quick edit here. So, in this section of the video, I referred to this project as Sonic Colors Demake. Well, that's on me. I accidentally called it that, but it's actually called Sonic Colors Demastered. So, that was on me. I called it by the wrong name. Sorry. Now that that's cleared up, let's take a look at another amazing fan game. Next up, we got another Amy Rose fan game. This one is called Super Duper Amy freaking Rose. Yeah, that's a lot to say in one sentence. Try saying it 3 times fast and see what happens. Oh, and surprise, surprise, the game is actually pretty decent. Let's get the flaws out of the way first. There's not that many, but they're here. For starters, the controls are extremely slippery. Like, really, really slippery. Any kind of precise platforming is borderline impossible. Also, the game is short. Like, I beat this game in under 15 minutes. No joke. The entire game, start to finish, in less than 15 minutes. But beyond that, the game is an absolute blast. Pitifully easy, sure. You can spam the homing attack to get through most levels. You've got unlimited lives, and to my knowledge, enemy attacks can't even kill you. The only way to die is by falling into bottomless pits. And yeah, There are plenty of those around, but 9 times out of 10, even when you start to fall into a bottomless pit, you can generally homing attack to a nearby enemy or grind rail in order to save yourself. This game has a huge focus on speed and momentum, and it's extremely fast-paced and chaotic. And honestly, it's a ton of fun to play. I breezed through the game pretty easily, but I still only got a C rank in pretty much every level. So, I'm just assuming this is supposed to be a short but highly replayable game. And the story for the game is completely nuts. There's no dialogue, so I had to rely on this game's Sage page. But this game does have some non-dialogue cutscenes. The story goes something like this. A witch stole Amy's birthday cake, and she wants it back. That's it. You chase this witch down, and at the end of the game, Amy goes super and smashes the witch's car. It's hilarious and kind of awesome. I mean, that must have been some very special birthday cake for her to go through all this trouble for it. Also, the music is absolutely amazing. It totally nails that 2000s Amy Rose vibe. It's the same kind of energy you would get from My Sweet Passion. It's got that weird little pop sparkle that feels like something Amy would listen to in her room while she plots her next big scheme as to how to make Sonic marry her. But yeah, these tracks are genuinely really good. Here, take a listen to a few. So yeah, Super Duper Amy freaking Rose is short, flawed, ridiculous, but also kinda fun. If you're looking for a quick burst of chaos and fun, you can't go wrong giving this fan game a try. Next up was supposed to be Sonic Daybreak, a new Sonic 3D fan game that is in the works. And it looks absolutely incredible. But here's the thing. My computer said, hell no. I tried running it. I really did. I turned every setting down to the lowest possible configuration. Resolution, shadows, effects, you name it. And still, it ran like garbage. Now, I don't think this is a case of poor optimization on the developers' parts. From what I've seen, the game looks solid. It's much more likely that my computer just sucks. Look, I'm just working with what I got here. And clearly, Sonic Daybreak requires way more. So, since Sonic Daybreak is out of commission, the final game we'll be looking at is Sonic Adventure Advanced, which is basically a 2D reimagining of Sonic Adventure, and this game is really, really, really good, like extremely good. So finally, all you naysayers who say Sonic Adventure is bad because it made the unnecessary jump to 3D can shut the fuck up now. Because now, it's in 2D, suckers! It's really well made, and it really feels like this hybrid between the classic games and the modern games, which is really cool. Like, this game is a ton of fun, even though the project has a long way to go. Like, so far, the only content in the game is the Chaos Zero fight and Emerald Coast, which both are really well done and a lot of fun to play, by the way. I mean, I can't wait for them to add more stuff, because this project is gonna be amazing when it's done. I know it. Like, imagine how they can do Knuckles' story, or even Gamma's. Heck, the perfect Chaos final boss is gonna be amazing in this project. I just know it. And I'll be watching this game's development very closely. Also, if you're a fan of Sonic Adventure, I did like a whole 4-hour video on that game a while back. Though I should point out, I was still using my flip phone at the time to record audio, so my voice quality is not exactly the best. But still, it's there if you want to check it out. I will link to the video in the description. So yeah, that's all the fan games that stood out to me during Sage 2025. Trust me, there are way more games out there, but I didn't have the time to cover every single Sage entry. I mostly just focused on the ones that caught my interest. And I was just trying to give these creators some exposure, you know, get the word out about their games. Because even if I wasn't 100% into them, they put a lot of work and effort into them, and I have a feeling someone in my audience might like it. Who knows? Oh, and if you feel like checking out any of these games I showcased, links to all of them will be in the description below. And keep in mind, even if I had some criticisms about a particular game, it's important to remember these are fan games. People making games out of love for Sonic the Hedgehog, not for profit. They're giving us these games for free, and they deserve serious respect for that. So don't take my critiques too seriously, as many of these games are just passion projects and people having fun. So just go and have fun right along with them and enjoy the fan games that they made. Personally, I'll be sticking around in the Sonic Fighting Heroes community, as I'm hoping if we can get enough people to play this game, we will have tournaments, and that will be so awesome if that happens. Also, I'll be keeping an eye on Sonic Adventure Advanced and Project Reignited, as both of these fan remakes are just amazing, and as soon as they're complete, I will be doing full reviews on both of them, as these projects are just straight up amazing. Heck, Sonic fans in general are amazing. That is why I am a part of the Sonic fan community. And if you are a Sonic fan as well, or a fan of Centurion Dragon Studios, yes, my studio makes games too, our first game, Nova Rebellion, is already available on itch.io. You can also wishlist it on Steam right now if you want to. Links to both of these pages are in the description, as well as a link to our Discord server, where all of us super fans can hang out and just have a blast. I hope to see you guys in the Discord server. This is Troy Schultz, the Anti-Gamer Slayer, signing off!